Hi everyone. Seems I'm never off this bloody thing. Um, I was watching that Arnie Slot's press conference, and there was people already saying or comparing him with Klopp. Isn't he just like Klopp? That's what I don't want. That's what I don't want. Getting compared. The only time I've ever compared anybody was Klopp with Shankly because of his socialism. That's the only time I've ever done that. And now, they're starting to come. I think the young people, they must be young because they've seen no one before Klopp, if you know what I mean. He might have been about 14 when he came, now they're in their early 20s. See what I mean? And they're comparing him with Klopp. And he's only been in the job 5 years. He's been in our job for less than a minute. And it looks like we're buying no one. That's the way I view them with the I put up on someone's post before. He was going on about, he's assessing the play. Richard Hughes will be looking at. I just laughed at that. And Richard Hughes is on holiday, so we can't be looking at anyone. And I just put up our main rivals are strengthening. We're standing still because he thinks that we finished third last season. We've got a great squad. So that's why I said, well, they're strengthening, so therefore they'll be better than what we are. They were better last season, so they're going to be more better. I think this is what people. I think, honestly, I really think people can see the bigger picture. I see the bigger picture. I'm not knocking Klopp. I'm knocking the strength of the team. Daryl, Frankie, hey Daryl, goes on to say, Robbo out yet again, time to sell now. See what the others think. Yeah, he's injured. Got injured in the Euros and hasn't recovered. Mind you, the lads on here have been saying we need a left back. We need a left back. And the Youssef can't wait for the crap show to begin in August. It's gonna be. It's gonna be. How can I put this? I can't put like eye-opening. I really can't. Are we looking forward to it? I'm being honest. Being honest. 2 years ago, I wasn't looking forward to the league because I knew our midfield was dreadful. They were tired. They couldn't keep up the pace. They couldn't do it over the whole season. And then we suffered with injuries. And we still had the injury-prone players with us. And we had aging players as well, the likes of Milner. So I wasn't looking forward to the season. Then last season, we got rid of them and we brought in a new midfield. And I thought, what'll happen? This is just me thinking. These players will have to gel. But I thought, we've still got really the spine. If we bring in Szoboszlai was already in, and so was McAllister. I said, but we need a DM. We really need a top quality DM. And I don't care what anyone says. I really don't. And I've said it time and again. Endo was a panic buy because it was right at the end of the closing of the window. And he did a job. Then he failed a little, didn't he, at the back end of the season? That's why. But anyway, that's just my thinking, boys. Taz Reynolds. Big up, Frank. Hope you're well today, mate. Yeah. All the better for you, lads, on here. Even if Frank, hope you're okay and getting straight again. I'm not getting straight again, Paul. It's ridiculous. I've just had a phone call just 5 minutes before I come on. And it was a lad I know. He said, Frankie, he said, I'm getting messages about it. I said, it's not me. So it's still going on. And I've been there. I opened a new account and that's gone. And I think the hackers have got that. So I'll have to wait for Jason because I can't do this. I can't do this Facebook thing, if you know what I mean. He sets everything up. I even put on, I'm back. Bang, it's gone. I put on a thing about hackers. It's gone. Even put a profile photograph up. Gone. Is your Italian better than Richard Hughes, Frank? Yeah. Io parlo molto lingua italiano molto bene. Good evening. Hope you're well. Hello, Ali. Ali Noose. He was on, what was he on last night? Ted Wright. Oh, I forget what it was. I'm losing it myself. I don't know when it was last night, or I don't know when it was. But Ali was there with us. Well, was it? No, it wasn't. It wasn't redacted, was it? I'm not quite so sure now. Charlie Wood. Hello, Frank. Hello, Charlie. Cracking little photo of you and your missus there. Your little profile. That's what I like to see, Fasten your seatbelts, we're in for a roller coaster season, says Yusuf. Yeah. If anyone says that we're going to do well, really, like win the league and we're going to challenge you and whatever, I think you're over optimistic. I really do. See, look, we all want our team to do well. We all want our club to do well, no matter who's in charge. We want to win every game. We want to win every trophy. We want to do everything. This is what we want. We just want to do it, no matter who's in charge. But to come out now and say, looking at Arnie Sloot, that's how you pronounce his name, by the way, Arnie Sloot, and say, he's like Klopp. Please don't. Please. And, we're going to do great. This is what I've been listening to. Or, looking at comments. I think they'll be more disappointed. If we don't do anything next season, they'll be more disappointed than us. Because, as Yusuf says there, fasten your seatbelts. They're already fastened with most of us, to be honest. Charlie says, I think they'll buy on the last day. Point says, listen to to Sloot's press conference. Just listen to it. And what you've got is him saying about Richard Hughes, he's looking after it, he's got no say in the matter. He never said, I've got no say in the matter, but he said, Richard Hughes is looking after it. Do you see what I mean? So he's got no say in the matter. And I think if he was, we didn't know Sloot. We didn't know him at all. And if you think about it, I'm just saying this, being hypothetical. Imagine if one or two managers came in. One was Yabi, and say that Amarin, for example. Do you think that they would say, well, I'm looking at the squad, see what I can do with them next season. And, we finished, well, look at us, we were fighting for the title. While they're strengthening. Do you think that they'd say, just say that? They would come out and say, yeah, I want signings, because he was asked about signings. And he didn't know what to say, really. They are scum, Frank. I can't understand why you have been suspended and it's not your fault. That does not make any sense. Oh, it's Darryl here. But I'm just going to go through these, Darryl, and I'll bring you on. Okay, mate. Captain Sal. Are you Captain? Evening, Frank. And Dad says, have you heard from JK? No, as I said, he's in hospital with a broken arm. And he said he'd try and make it tonight. I don't know whether he's ill. I don't know whether he's fit or not. He's injured. There he is.
How you doing, bro?
Oh, God. Thought you were injured there. Thought you like Robbo.
I was injured, bro, but I come back. I don't take time off.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely. Oh, great to see you. Great to see you up and running as well.
Blessed us. I'm here, bro.
Charlie Wood, I'm sick of rumours players coming in. You never walk alone page doesn't even have a comment section. I'm in the yard stream, Frankie. I know I can see you. You're not coming on. I've got JK on. Go on rival fan channels and they're all laughing at us. I know they are, Yusuf. And there's Darryl, look. There he is.
Easy, Darryl.
How you doing, boys? All right?
All good, bro. What you saying?
Nothing, mate. How's your arm, bud?
Oh, it's getting better, actually, every day, you know what I mean? I'm ready to play Saturday anyway. In goals.
He's an AI. He's an AI. JK. But anyway, listen, lads. Does anyone see Sloot's? It's the false.
The whole crew's here now.
Hey.
Oh, brilliant.
Bless Fozzie.
Hello, guys.
It's the false. Yeah, it's brilliant. Does anyone see, and what you think of it?
Hello, guys.
What you think of it was Sloot's press conference?
The press conference, yeah, I watched it.
What did you think?
Well, he didn't promise much.
When he was asked about signings, what did you think? What was your take on that?
He's very conservative, isn't it? He wasn't really like giving much away. He says he wants to assess the squad at the moment, and then he will decide after that. So he's waiting for the rest of the players to, join him in the training camp. But what I want to know is how long can we wait? I mean, the transfer might end, and then we might panic buy, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we need to like be quick. And well, Michael Edwards needs to get his, get his work done at the moment. You know what I mean? It's a strange thing he said. It's a strange thing he said.
But Richard Hughes is on holiday, and he said in the press conference, "Oh, Richard Hughes is looking after that."
And he's on holiday.
There's not saying, more or less saying, "I'm not doing any signings."
Yeah,
that's the message I got.
Mm-hmm. He's perfect for the owners the way they want to run the club now.
Yeah.
I think last summer the only reason we got signings in because we got rid of loads of midfield players anyway with their wages. So we got 4 guys in, and that still wasn't enough. I always said we needed 2 DMs, and since January, ever since the FFP shenanigans went on with say Everton and whatnot, that was a good reason for our owners not to back anything for Klopp in that summer January transfer window, and anything for Slot, the new guy now. So that's what probably going to be the way we run things now. I always said this: if there was no big signings for Klopp, forget about it with Slot. There's no chance, So there you go.
Yeah. So what about you, Jan? Are you sitting there like a little picture, a Van Gogh picture?
Nah. My gripe at the moment is now with the Robbo news, we need a left back more than ever now. He's starting to decline. He's getting them injuries now.
They tired him out, didn't they?
Yeah. We need a left back. We need signings. It's just ridiculous. We're the only team in the Premier League not to make a signing. It's disgusting.
We're the only ones, yeah.
Who's Fulham? Us and Fulham.
Fulham have made a signing tonight.
Have they made one? Oh, yeah. That's embarrassing, man.
Right.
Yeah, they got our players, isn't they? Everyone's getting our players. We're interested in. And that's what concerns me, I'm being honest. I'll go over to JK. JK, you heard what Darryl said and about the injury to Robbo. Now, he got that weeks ago. He got it when he was playing for Scotland. And they went out at the very early stages.
The group stage,
he hasn't recovered at all.
Yeah.
Can I just ask the people on here as well? Listen, if you subscribe to the channel, get the algorithm out there, please.
Yeah.
And put all the likes up as well. If you like me, and if you like the Foz, and if you like Darryl, and if you like JK, please JK because he's got a broken arm.
Best of luck because of that.
He's limping like me with a broken arm.
Yeah, man.
So come on, JK. What about this Robertson and as Darryl said, it's time to sell. What do you reckon?
Like for me, Robertson's always been this type of player where he'll see a situation in the game and he will run head first into that situation. You've seen it when he came back from his broken arm, shoulder, in around February time, was it? He was doing that in games, full of energy at Robbo. But sometimes I think he wastes his energy by running into situations where he don't really need to run into, like a stream train, I think over the years with Klopp, he burnt his soul out for the club. That guy didn't stop, hence why he's the top assist maker with Trent at the top. Because why? Then 4 or 5 years, he gave 100%. And I think now, as soon as you sort of turn it down with the tone you're playing at, your sort of body, it'll be like a shock to the body, and he'll get injured quite a lot. I have no problem with Robertson, but the thing is, has he got the energy and the will to carry on for a few more years? That's the thing.
Yeah. What about you, Foz?
They're running. If you look at our players, guys, down the years, the majority of the senior players, as you call them, the senior players that's been part of the team since Klopp's been there, like Robertson, Van Dijk's, and all this stuff, they've been run to the ground. You know what I mean? Van Dijk came back from ACL and he's played every game since he come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you expect us to challenge for the title, as I alluded to before. If you look at the likes of Man City and now Arsenal, what they do is they don't overextend their squad. They play, certain players in the beginning of the season. They don't mind losing the odd game here and there, but in the second half of the season, the team elevates to the next level because they bring in the big guns, for the last, the second half of the season. And this is what we don't do. We go straight gun ho and expect to, challenge for titles. But as I said, Robertson, down the years, he played too many games. He's just played too many games. Hence, these injuries occurred. And as a former player myself, I see what he's facing, because once you start doing that, it messes up with your body, especially at a later age. And that's what's happening to him right now. He ain't coming back from this, guys. Robertson is done. Now, you're not going to see the old Robertson that's running up and down that, wing, that's putting crosses in the box that people could head in or tap in. We haven't seen that for the last couple of years. Are you expecting to wait and things will change at the age of 30? Nah. He's done. We need a new left back now. We need obviously a DM, and we need another centre back, in my opinion. The Salah position, we could wait for it in the next year or so, because we've got enough cover there for now. We've got how many attackers that could cover there? Look at Jota last season. He played, when Salah went to the African nations. Who was there? What I liked about Jota in that position last season, he played like a leader, guys. He didn't play like a person that's just coming in and filling in the gap. He was leading the team, and that's what impressed me from Jota last season. And now we could see Jota hopefully get a lot of rest, and those injuries will disappear. He's only 7, man. Still got a long way to go. But Robertson is done, guys. We need a new left back.
Yeah,
I think that's a good point to what you've just made there, because I've been saying it for a couple of seasons. It's only what you said there for us. He's not the same player putting the balls in. When he was doing that, he was unbelievable. But in the last couple of seasons, his crossing has been terrible.
Oh.
It's been very weak. And that's the beginning of the end, I think.
Yeah.
That's just me. And I think, remember when they were at the peak, him and Trent, crossing the balls over to each other. That was it. They were at the peak then, especially Robertson. And once his long balls, over to Trent, and once the crossing over into the area was diminishing, that's when Trent started to struggle a little. That's just my opinion. So I wanted him, not say gone or whatever, but he'd be a good backup.
Yeah.
He'd really be a good backup. But we do need a left back now. Would you agree with that, JK?
Oh, I don't want to agree with it, because I've got a soft spot for Robertson, because he cost a £5 down the pub and he gave 100%. You don't get them deals too often. You know what I mean? So to see him sort of peter out, it sort of hurts me, because for me, one of the main reasons why we were so good under Klopp, because of Robertson, and he didn't come with no hype. He didn't cost too much money, not top wages, and that's what I'm saying. He's like an old school Sunday League player who just came from the bottom, made it to the top, and it's good to see that in the game. Hence why I'm sort of reluctant to say, get rid of Robertson and this, that, and the other. You know what I mean?
Well, I got a message off Steve Evans, as I normally do, and he just says, "Who's in the lad from Juve going to Bournemouth, who used to work for them?" And he says, "Hughes, Coco the Clown." As for the left back, get Nuri now from Wolves. Would you agree with what Steve says there about getting Nuri in?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I like him attacking wise, defensively not so much. So it depends.
If I was getting one for me, it'd be Kirkaz. Kirkaz is brilliant. I'd love to
from Bournemouth.
Yeah, he looks decent. Really good.
Yeah, I like him as well. The guy from
Yeah, but you mightn't like going in for players from his old club. You see what I mean? It was like Klopp when he first came. He wouldn't buy any players, would he?
No.
From Dortmund.
Yeah.
I was wanting him to get that Lewandowski. I said, get him, he'd be all right. And nothing. And he came out and said, I won't buy off my same as Rafa. Rafa
didn't buy much. No, he didn't. I think we got Aurelio, but he came on a free, didn't he? Aurelio. We didn't really buy him.
Yeah. Because I always remember that Aymar.
What a player. What a player.
I said, if we get in, it'd be great. Not zilch. So, yous might be the same. Then again, we mightn't buy anyone. And by the time somebody comes along, it could be too late for challenging.
Yeah, that's my gripe as well, Frank, because I think if we're waiting around for a player, as I said, I do not want Rabiot anywhere near Liverpool. Anywhere near this club.
What? Bad apple. That's a bad apple, though, that player. Yeah, he's a bad apple, mate. He's never settled anywhere he went. So how's he going to settle at Liverpool Football Club? You know what I mean? Every single time he's facing the same issues.
Yeah. She's his agent as well. His mum's his agent. I don't want that. No way, man.
Yeah.
No matter what we say, no matter what any other podcasters say about bringing in certain players, certain positions, and whatever. Do you reckon that we will? The most priority for me is it that's
100%.
Yeah.
I'll go to you first. Do you reckon that we will, sometime, whether it's in the summer, or in this window, or in the winter window, do you reckon that we will bring one in?
They've got no choice, guys. Like if you look at our team last season, especially, what was we missing? A mobility DM that can cover the pitch, right? That could cover for the wings, that could cover, for the midfield. Not Szoboszlai running up and down like he's a DM. Szoboszlai is a creative player. Szoboszlai is a dynamic player. If you watch him down the years, he's better than what you saw last season. So I honestly, you know what, let me say something to you guys. Think about it this way. When we went for Caicedo, did you guys see the whole of the social media, how they reacted to it? Everybody from Manchester United to the bottom said they can't get him. They can't get him. So much so, Chelsea fans had to phone Todd Bowley to make sure they get that signing over to the table. They knew what was coming. You know what I mean? Chelsea gave up. Once Liverpool put that bid in 111, they gave up. It was the Chelsea fans that actually phoned Todd Bowley, as they always do. I don't know if you guys know, Todd Bowley comes on Twitter and he chats to the fans now and again. He actually goes live with them. So yeah, everybody went our rate. They knew if we get Caicedo, it was the end game, and we didn't get that. Hence why we struggled during the end of the season. What you need in that midfield is someone that's gonna, dominate, like Makelele type, Kante type, someone like that that's gonna, elevate us to the next level. And once we get that, I think we'll be fine in that midfield. And this is what we need, man. We've got no choice, Frank. We have to get him through this window. Forget about the summer next summer or the winter. It has to be through this window. And if we don't get someone in this window and they think Beşiktaş is the one that's going to be dominating that midfield, then we've got a problem. Like I said, what I said, guys, the reason I'm calm, the reason I'm not, arguing with anyone as I normally do, because they screwed us over so many times in the years, is because I want to see who was the problem here. Is it these people or Klopp at the time? Now, we'll see. We'll see who the problem was. That's what I got for you.
I'll tell you now, first, this is just my opinion. It was the owner's fault. It wasn't Klopp's fault.
There you go.
Klopp targeted.
Yeah, but you still got those, fans that support these people.
Oh yeah.
I want them to open their eyes after this. Finally, realize they're not interested in winning. That's all I want. Yeah. That's it.
but it'll be too bloody late by then, you know, because Klopp's gone.
Yeah.
And it's no use saying around saying, oh, yeah, you know, well, we should, you know, Klopp, I was wrong about Klopp.
Mm.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was wrong about the owners.
Yeah.
I always thought that they were right. And Klopp, you know, it was Klopp's fault. And it wasn't. I could have told them years ago.
Yeah.
Klopp always targeted players. And he wouldn't get you. He couldn't get them because the funding wasn't there. Shumeni, Bellingham, they were the prime example.
Imagine that.
That's what he said if we'd have got Bellingham. Our side, you know, this team would have been phenomenal.
Oof. It's a shame. It's a shame.
It is a bloody shame. It is. I don't know where our people are. Oh, they are. There they are. Jesus, I didn't even see any of these. Yusuf says, that tells you everything you need to know about the state of the club at the moment.
Yeah.
And Dad says, I've got 2 broken fingers. Weekends. I think he's going on about JK there.
What I want to know, guys, like, what do you think of the season coming up? Like, what do you want to finish, basically? Do you want to challenge, or do you want to like finish in the top 4? What is
this? Is the top? This is what the argument says for us.
Mm.
It's always been every season for me. I go back to Shankly.
Yeah,
that's who I go back to, and it's right through. Even when we had, you know, terrible managers as in the likes of Robertson, the likes of Rodgers, I got behind the team. I wanted our team to do well. I wanted them always to do. I want them to do well next season.
Yeah.
But if you want my honest opinion, we're going into a transition. Believe it or not, with a new manager, with new tactics, with new everything, new backroom staff.
Yeah,
they're changing everything, even training. They're changing everything, so they've got to get used to that. So, do I see Liverpool challenging? No. No.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I'm going to make myself a cup of tea while you're
I'm exactly the same as Frank Foz on it. I can't see us challenging, but I don't want that FSG mentality of only going for top 4.
Yeah. Same as.
Yeah.
So do you think that? Do you think it like? I don't think so myself. But do you think that use and salute will change the minds of the owners and bring players in, give them money? You know, there's a load of cash to buy him and to buy him. Do you think that'll happen? Do you think that these will have some sort of influence?
No,
not for me. For me, when I believe Edwards has been involved with the club since he left the club. Anyway, he's been in contact with the owners.
Yeah.
So he would have been here this time last year, for example. Yeah. Not physically, but mentally.
Yeah.
When January came just now, he would have known that we needed a DM for Klopp to win the Premier League and such. Nothing was done. So that showed me where he's at, where his soul's at, you know, so where he sees Liverpool. He don't support Liverpool like us guys. He's doing it to get paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're doing it for free. And when you do it for free, you give your soul and heart for the job, for the purpose, you know. These guys are looking to make a career out of it, you know. The owners are there to make money out of it. Fair play to them. They've got to make money. We understand that. But not at the cost of what we do on the pitch. So for me, for a long time now, this is the first time this season where, since Klopp came in, every season I thought, we're going to win the league this year. We're going to win the Premier League. We're going to win the Champions League. It was just like normal. Where are we going to finish next season? Top. This season, I can't say that. So for me, it's the club's in the wrong hands, and it amazes me that certain fans believe that the club's in the right hands. That's what the worry is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Yeah.
People, do me a favor, do everybody here a favor, obviously Frank as well. Get the likes up, because the algorithm will go up on obviously YouTube. Please do that for us. We appreciate that immensely for that. Listen, guys. The worst thing we can do is stress out. We know what we're gonna get probably. We already, we could read in the future at Liverpool Football Club. Let's just wait. That's what I say. Let's just not stress out. Let's wait, see what happens. And if they're gonna make a signing, great. But let's just hope they make the right signing. You know what I mean, guys? If we make a panic signing like we did Arthur again, then we've got a long season ahead. That's what worries me, if they're gonna wait till the last day. But from hearing of Arne Slot today, the way he was speaking, he just wants to see what's going on. I don't know how much time he thinks he's got, which is weird. The time goes quick. I'm going to go to America anyway to watch the Philly game. I already got the tickets to go down there. So I'm going to assess. I'm going to assess the squad. I want to see how he plays, and I'll deliver back to you guys the messages, obviously, on social media, and let you guys know.
You're going to be 12 man, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to beat all of them. I'm going to beat Beijing Barnes, everybody. I wish you guys could come as well. It would have been brilliant.
That would have been good.
But I'll be back in the country. I'm going to go to the Seville game to watch, obviously, that one 2 days after I come back. And I'm going to go to the Brighton game after that. So this is how much I spend on my football club, you know what I mean? Even giving these, venture, what do you call them, capitalist, my money, you know what I mean? So I love Liverpool Football Club, you know what I mean?
It's the time, time is money.
Yeah.
And we spend a lot of time on Liverpool,
Exactly, bro. I wish people can see. But go on ahead, mate. Go on.
I'd love to go on these planes to America, but I'll have to pay for 2 seats, I'm afraid.
That's a good one. Yeah. But listen, like I said, guys, we just got to be patient and just see what happens. I know we keep doing this every summer. We are gonna probably talk about the same thing next summer, but it's a new era, isn't it? Klopp ain't longer there, so it's a new manager in place. So we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, he could be different. He could be the one, that pushes for transfers. Maybe, maybe he's a blessing. You never know, man. Look at Shankly to Paisley. It was 2 different managers. Paisley became more successful than Shankly eventually. So let's just I think we're jumping the gun too much because of past history. But there's a new era, ahead of us. So let's just wait and see. In my opinion, I'm not being myself, but I've been hurt too many times, and I'm sick of it. To be honest, guys, I'm really tired of it, man.
And I just want to just quickly quote Hamza's quote about show some positivity, please, lads. Back the team.
Yeah,
bro, we have done that since Klopp came in. Every season before it started, I've said we're going to be champions. This is the first time you will ever hear really negative, not comments about the players or anything like that. It's more about
the players. The players are fine. We've got a good squad. Don't get us wrong here. It's just the final details, isn't it, JK?
That's it. It's for me. It's the people in place to take this club further, and that's the only negative vibe I'm getting. It's not really a debate. The Liverpool way is always back and support the manager and players.
Yeah.
Hence why this channel never really slags off players.
No.
Some of us say, Robertson, it's about time to go. But we say it in a discreet manner. We don't really go really at it and really make fun of him. The guy gave his soul to the club. How can we disrespect him, And I think that's the way the true Liverpool fans do it. Support the manager, support the players. We do not have to support the owners because it depends on how they're viewing the club and the players, are they doing it to win, or they're just doing it to make money?
They're not, JK. They're not interested in winning. Their baseball team says it all. If you know about their baseball teams, every 5 years they try to challenge. That's what they're trying to bring to the Premier League, it doesn't work with us. You know what I mean? I'm just giving them to the end of the season, see what we do. If we don't compete, if we don't finish top 4, it's time to go. It's time to go. I'm sorry, I'm about winning. Bill Shankly built me to win. I'm sticking by that, I mean? I don't care about what these owners, if they want to take us to the direction, we just compete for top 4 and all this nonsense. Liverpool's about winning, man. It's about championships. If you don't deliver, you have to go.
Is that you're talking about the owners?
Yeah.
They
signings and all that stuff as well. That's what we're talking about.
There we go, Frank. It's true, because when the Casado news broke and when the news broke that FSG want to sell, within 0.5 seconds, I said, that's not happening.
Yeah,
there you go. There you go.
I said it on my show. I turned it around and said, well, if you're expecting them to sell in the November, and people were saying, no, it'll be next year now, you know, did we get... I said, they're not going to sell, because once January goes, because they're not going to buy, this is the ploy. They're not going to buy in the January window when we were screaming out at the time for players. And in the February, when the window shut, they'll say, oh, we're not selling now. I read them like a book. I read loads of books. Read every day. And I can read them. So
we'll never change.
the only I have to say, the only owner, or like not owner, but the only person who wants to buy Liverpool, and he is there, and he's always waiting in the wings, is Sheikh Makatoum, DIC.
I remember DIC.
They wanted to buy us, and I know the story. Tommy Smith told me, and John Keith.
What was the reason we didn't get bought, Frank?
Sorry?
What was the reason we didn't get bought by them? What was the reason for that?
Well, it was.
I think the Liverpool fans were like actually wanted that, obviously, at the time.
Of course they did. They didn't do in
I saw all the banners and all that stuff, you know, at the ground at the time.
Yeah, backward flips and everything when they came out, and they were buying us. They were flying over on the Sunday to sign on the Monday. This is the week before, and he phones up Rick Parry, and Tommy Smith was telling me this himself, because he was David Moore's mate. And John Keith, the former, well, he still is a journalist, he was sitting there because we were doing a documentary. Anyway, I said, well, here's what I said. I said, why did Moore sell to Hicks and Gillette? And he told me this. He said, what has happened, the Sheikh phoned him up, or, you know, one of the Sheikh's advisors, and said, can you come over to Dubai? And he said, oh, I can't. He said, no, we'll send over a jet. We'll send it now.
Yeah.
You know, because he said, you know, it's very short notice. He said, we're sending over a jet to John Lennon Airport for you. And he said, can I bring my wife? And he said, bring whoever you want, yeah. And he said, well, what about Mr. Chairman? He said, no, we only need you to cross the T's and dot the I's, that's all. And then they'll fly back with us on the Sunday. So he went, and he couldn't get hold of David Moores. He couldn't get hold of him. Anyway, when Moores finally, you know, came out of wherever he was, he was phoning up on the Thursday, Rick Parry, and he said, when he finally got it, he said, I've been trying to get hold of you. Where are you? And he said, I'm in Dubai. He said, what are you doing there? He said, I'm with Jake. He said, I'm at his palace, and I'm coming over with him on Sunday. He said, well, why didn't he send for me? He said, well, this is what he said. Well, you are a redundant chairman.
Wow.
And he said, oh, am I? So you can imagine, you know, the expletives. And he said, if you're not back by tomorrow or Saturday at the latest, you'll be out of. It's not going to them. Then he got hold of Gillette.
Yeah.
Because Gillette tried to buy, I think, Aston Villa and West Ham as well. And he went to Liverpool, and you know, David Moores chased him. So anyway, he got hold of him. He said, do you want to buy the club? He said, well, what about this DIC people? What about these? He said, never mind them. You put in a bid and I'll accept it. But you'll have to go over their bid. So he said, okay. And he did. And that's how it was sold. Do you know how Rick Parry said to the the Saudis, you know, whoever they were, you know, Sheikh Makatoum, he said, I have to go. And he said, why? He said, I've got to get over to be chairman. So he said, okay, come back with us on the Sunday. And do you know how they found out on the Saturday? This is how sly. Whether he was a bit scared or, you know, what, not scared, but embarrassed. Why he never said, you know, because the owner, the chairman, David Moores, doesn't want to sell to you. And they found out. Do you know when the little ticker tape goes along Sky?
Yeah.
Sky Sports. That's how they found out.
Goodness me.
On the Saturday. That's when Parry had gone.
Wow.
True story, though.
Yeah, because I remember that Amanda, the one who works for, who owns Newcastle for the moment, she was saying we wanted to buy Liverpool many times because she supports the football club, and they kept getting knocked back. And I think she was part of those groups at the time as well.
She was. She came in the last time with them.
Mm-hmm.
She came in the last time with them. I'm echoing here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my bad, guys. Sorry.
No,
Is it better now?
Right,
is it better? Is it better now?
I don't know. Oh,
yeah,
sorry, guys.
That's better. Do
you want me to sing now?
You got that?
I was singing today actually on my stream, so
The echo.
you guys need to see what I was singing on my stream, man. Was it? Yeah.
Frank Sinatra.
I love Frank Sinatra. I love that.
I'm me.
Yeah.
So what
guys,
what did you think of that, Fuzz? What did you think of that? You know what I've just said.
I agree. Listen, I'm not surprised, Frank. You know what I mean? I know the ins and outs of the football club, and you're shocked sometimes when I tell you things as well. Like, how does he know this? It's basic knowledge. You know what I mean? What you see, if you know the football club inside and out, and you support them as long as we have, Frank, you know what's really happening. And I ain't surprised, mate. I ain't surprised, man. I mean, the reason Liverpool is where they are is because a lot of negligence from our own people as well. You know what I mean? That's what you need to understand, Frank. From our Scouse people, like, you know, the owner, the ex-owner, the Moore family. You know what I mean? So everybody like tries to give them credit for things, but they made a lot of mistakes with Rick Perry as well. They made a lot of mistakes. You know what I mean? And don't forget, when the Moore family took over, I think in 1991, they done full control. Liverpool haven't won the league for 30 years. So it says a lot. It says a lot about it.
Has anybody, I've just seen that message there while I was out making a cup of tea. Hamza Diaz, show some positivity, please, lads. Back to team.
I don't know, Hamza's cool, man. He's just joking.
No, what I'm saying is anybody answer them.
Mm-mm.
We do. Listen, Hamza, we do show positivity. But you can't show positivity if we're standing still.
Yeah,
we do back the team. Get this in your head, Hamza.
I'm travelling. That says a lot. Yeah.
We do back the team. No matter who's in charge of the team.
Yes.
No matter who manages or whoever it is. We back the team. We get behind the team. We go the game. We're there. We're shouting our heads off. So, you know, don't be saying show some positivity. But how can you show positivity right now while we're all saying we need a DM?
Mm-hmm.
We need a signing. All our rivals are strengthened. These are the teams that finished above us. And the teams that just finished below us, they've all strengthened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what you've got to understand. You've got to look at the bigger picture. And this is what we're talking about. If we bought a DM, you'll see the positivity coming out, oozing out of us.
I mean, there's a lot of rival. There's a lot of our rival fans saying that we're finished. We can't stay positive if rival fans are saying that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was true. But for me, I'm always positive because we support Liverpool. It's in our blood, you know.
Yeah.
We can't choose that. It just comes with supporting Liverpool. I'm always positive about Liverpool. The only negative point I have is in the way we do business. We don't do it fast enough. We don't do it sufficient enough. We've done enough 30 to 40 million pound signings over the clock period to show that we can compete buying them type of players. But for me, we're not West Ham, we're not Everton, we're not Villa trying to catch up with these guys. You know, Villa's outspent us so much in the last few years. They're like, wow, respect to Villa. They're going to go and get that guy from Everton, Onana.
They did, yeah.
Like, come on. Like, I'm thinking that guy's going to go PSG, maybe Man United, maybe even Arsenal, that guy, because I think he's pretty good. He ends up, look at Villa, boom, straight in, 50 million on the table, ciao.
Yeah.
What do? We buy a 16 million pound signing from Stuttgart, you know, who did for me a top job anyway. But that's the way we're at as a club. And I've told people before, the mini ball way of football is sufficient for a short period of time.
Yeah.
After that, you got to step up to keep up, you know, and we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Yeah,
Look at Arsenal. Look at Arsenal, Foz, JK. They're going after Fabian Ruiz now.
Yeah, I saw that today.
He'd be ideal for Liverpool.
Yeah.
He'd be perfect for us. He's a top player.
Yeah.
I like him.
So
Even
Olmo. Wade Hughes, these are lads who like bargain basement buyers, players. They do. You've got, I'll put it this way, look at Nat Phillips, right? Look at that Reece lad as well, Reece Williams.
Awful.
They could have gone on a fee, for a fee, they could have gone. And Nat Phillips wants to go simply because he's not going to get a game. He's not go unless there's loads and loads of injuries again.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know, they were offered 5 million for him, and he wouldn't accept. So who didn't accept it? Can anybody? It was who was it? Was it Hughes? Was it Edwards? Was it Ward? Was it Sloot himself? So
it was Jurgen, Frank, because that's why we didn't get rid of him, because Jurgen loved him, remember? Remember that? Them comments, Klopp didn't get rid of the players, he loves them too much, this, that, and the other. Like, come on, man, this guy hasn't played a game. All I remember him for was that Cruyff turn he did in the AC Milan match in the San Siro, you know? I can't remember him other than that. And fair play to that, he's a good lad.
JK, don't you think the reason Jurgen didn't get rid of him because he knew he wasn't getting anything in return?
Yeah.
Didn't you ever think that, like, if he sells him, there's no like a backup centre back after that?
Yeah.
You know how it is. When a player leaves, you never get anyone in return in with FSG. So that could have happened. You got to think about it that way.
I'm talking about now.
Yeah, I know, Frank, you're talking about now. I'm just trying to remind JK.
Yeah, I understand that. But you know, there's I don't know, some German team offered 5 million for him. And we want more.
It's Edwards.
It's 100%. No doubt about that.
It's Edwards because.
Do you guys think Edwards get too much credit for the past transfers that he did to Liverpool? Because it was only between him and Bournemouth, wasn't it? Him and Richard Hughes. That's what it was. That's what you got to think about. Go on, Dan. Sorry, mate.
This is what I'm looking at it now as a Liverpool fan.
Yeah,
is Michael Edwards is prizing a lot of Liverpool players out of moves by bumping their prices up sky high. Class Sepp Vandenberg, he clearly wants to leave the club. Don't want to be there. They want 20 million for him, and when even he said himself, "I'm not worth 20 million." He said that himself. Sell him, get rid. Don't want to be at the club. Sell. Same as Nat Phillips, 4 million's 4 million. I'll be getting rid of him now. It's just ridiculous how he's prizing players. He's valued Diaz at £75 million, and he ain't.
Goodness gracious me.
He ain't. Just then.
He's not 75 now.
Hell no.
No.
I'm just going to go through some comments, boys.
Yeah, it's good.
Judge Red, just let me go through some of these comments. Don't forget, Slot is the coach.
I'll be back, guys. Yeah.
Okay, bro.
Can't be doing transfers as well. That's what he says. Captain Sal, He wants to assess the players away, which he said are top players. So what's he assessing if they are top players? Utter nonsense. You assess the poor average ones.
Exactly. Lyrics.
Brilliant comment. That. Well said there. Well said, mate. That was a cracking comment. Charlie Wood says, leave JK alone, he's harmless.
Better than legless.
He limps, you know. He limps with his broken arm. Captain Shell says, I totally agree, Fozzie. Robbo is done and being on the decline the last 18 months. I've said that. Captain Shell also says, I want 8 Nuri. Yeah. Charlie Wood, we don't know how Slot's going to set the team up yet, says there Charlie. Yep.
True.
Steve Evans. He's advising his old club who to buy. You know my thoughts on Edwardson Hughes already does that bit who spat his dummy out last week. No, I'm glad he never mentioned anything. Defensive mid Ederson from Atalanta for me.
They've already said, Lynch has said not interested today.
Yeah. 8 Nuri is a 38 million release clause. So if they wanted them, surely it would have happened by now, says the Judge Red. I think that's a cracking comment. And this is what it's all about. We, you know, if we were buying players, we would have had a couple by now. I don't care what anyone says. We would have had a couple by now. And Charlie says, FSG have been in charge of signings for years. Rodgers even settled for players he wasn't after.
Balotelli.
Well, I'm telling you now about Rodgers. And he came out and he said, I didn't want Mario Balotelli. A couple of weeks later, Steven Gerrard came out and wrote a comment in a paper, you know, and said, Rodgers turned over backwards to buy him, to get him into Liverpool. There you go. And the Anfield Raw says, good evening, Frankie, JK, Dazzy, and gentlemen. I do not know. Think these. That's Fozzie, the other fellow.
Bless bro, Anfield Raw.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely. Anfield Raw, Steve Evans, even a mate and others. That's nice. See, I don't know where that came from. And that was right down there what Hamza said. We show positivity. We really do. It's just
I think
a lot of negativity on this panel, unfortunately. Jesus Christ, what
No,
what's
I think
what's the one, mate?
I think other channels are much worse than what we say. If you heard the disrespect on other channels towards our manager and our old manager and our players at the time, out of control. Us fans, the real Liverpool fans, we don't take it personally and make agendas against any player or any manager. We just don't do that, you know. So we're pretty positive when you really consider it. The only sort of tiff we have is with the owners in the way they run the club, not top class, the most successful club in England level. You know, you got teams like I was saying earlier, West Ham, Everton, Villa, all are spending us. That's the only negative side to what us fans think about the club. Nothing else. We all support the club.
Well, I'm just saying there a lot of negativity on this panel, unfortunately. What do you want us to talk? What's the positivity you've got? Hamza, come on, you know, just write a comment. What positivity do you have right now where we're going forward? Or are we going forward? Just answer the question, just write a comment. It'll be discussed. What positivity do you have? You can't turn around and say, oh, get behind the manager. We're behind the manager, lad. We're behind him. We're behind the team. So don't be coming out and saying that. A lot of negativity. We're concerned about the club. We're concerned about signings. There's our rivals buying players. So when they buy players, and the top jolly players, by the way, they're not ordinary players. The top jolly ones. So they're strengthening while we're standing still. Do you understand, Hamza? I'm not having a go at you, by the way. I'm just saying that this is
not a negativity, mate. There's no way.
We're showing positivity here, not negativity.
Can I say? I think Hamza. Is Hamza the City fan?
I don't know. I think he's a Liverpool fan. He's always on our streams. I'm sure he's a Liverpool fan. Yeah.
That name rings a bell. He hasn't said another comment afterwards. Don't know whether if he was messing around on that or not. Right.
No, it's not him. It's not him. I know who you're talking about. It's not the City fan. Listen, there's no one being negative over here, people. I was on the stream yesterday with Frank and Jamie. We were speaking about it, and I talked to Jamie because Jamie was part of that thing, saying like we need to stop this and all that stuff. I explained what the reason was, and he understood. The reason is years of negligence. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. I'll understand if someone burnt me once, twice, third time I might say, that's the last time. But this is the continuation of same shit every season. We're gonna be here next year, talk about the same thing again. Just think about what we're saying, people. Mm-hmm. This is like it's not like 1 year thing that just happened recently. This has been happening for years and years and years, to the point our greatest manager in the Premier League era had to say enough is enough, and he left. I mean, do you know? Go on, Frank.
When you said it happens year after year, how many years has it come up? Has it come up saying a summer war chest?
Oh, that word.
And people fall for it.
Yeah, me too.
This is what I don't understand. Yeah. Go on, sorry, Frank, this is what I don't get. For 9 years, people were saying to be calm. How can we be calm and show positivity when for 9 years we've had 40 million net spend for 9 years? 9 years.
In life, guys. When you do things like this is what you become, innit? Because we're not going to be here long. It's like I want the next generation to keep my football club going to be the best. That's what I want the next generations to be. But it looks like we're accepting of this, mediocre side of football towards Liverpool Football Club. That's what I don't understand. How can you go from a winning team to a team that says, a fan base says we're negative by asking for help? I'm going to America to watch my football club. I'm coming back 2 days later, 13 days later, to watch Liverpool again 2 days later, and I'm gonna watch. This is how much I love this football club. I don't know where I'm getting the money from, but I'm still doing it. What more do you want? They're telling me I'm negative. I'm still watching this crap.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah, I've been told to follow another club.
If you don't know who Frank is, I can't help you guys. I really can't help you, man.
It's amazing. I go, follow another club. Yeah, okay. But as you said, I just wanted, there's some cracking comments here, and you've got to answer them. One of them especially. Youssef, it's reality. About the negativity, it's reality. That's what it is. Nick Fadley, 85 points this season, realistic. Is he asking the question?
I think so, yeah. There's a question mark at the end of it,
yeah. Okay. Youssef, absolutely not. No, I don't think he's saying to Nick there, absolutely not. And IBR Stella, I don't much quality on the market who's an upgrade on what we have Answer that. Is there any quality to upgrade for us?
So many.
What about Ugarte?
He's going to Man United, isn't he? That's what's going.
That's what I mean. So, this is what IBR's saying.
This is
of
ridiculous.
course, there's been players out there and they're going. They're being sold to other teams. Why are we standing still? So, you can't say that, IBR. I'm not having a go at you. Honestly, it's a very good comment.
You've got to ask yourself this question. Yeah, I know I said it before, Frank. Right? We tried to spend 111 million on a player last season. Where's that money? Where is that money? If you guys are saying we're negative and all that stuff, where is that 111 million on a DM? Where is that money? If you spend that, you could get a quality DM. So where is that money and where's that DM? That's what I want to ask. Exactly. They did the same thing as they always do. Same players. They go for marquee signing, they buy a lesser player. They go for marquee signing, they buy a lesser player. Don't you see the actual, there's a trail here, man. You should be smart enough to understand. These people don't care about you. They don't care about Frank. They don't care about Daz. They don't care about JK. They don't care about anyone. They don't care about anyone. They just want the money to go in their pocket and then spend, when we're, panicking to, to the extent of we're going to get a lesser player. That's it. I mean, where's that 100 million, guys? Since we're negative, where is that 111 million, John? Please explain that to me.
I don't think there was ever a 100 million there in the first place. It's always something that, that it comes out and says. It's like when we went after Shoemania. It's like when we went after Jude Bellingham. It's always the same. It's always the same, unfortunately. And that's what I said, when Sloop came in, I said at the time, will they give him money, to start him off? Will they give him money? And it looks like they're not going to give anyone any money.
We'll just get that same excuse every year. We tried. It ain't good enough. There's players out there like Calafiori who's just gone for £40 million. Henderson's available at £40 million. It's just ridiculous. And then we get players like Ryan Gravenberch walking into the club.
So does that answer what you just said there about Henderson and Calafiori? Does that answer the IBR fellas? Who's an upgrade on what we have? Of course it does.
I would say the bigger picture of football, quality-wise, is all gone downhill since the 90s. The Del Piero's, Roberto Baggio's, Steven Gerrard's, Platini's. You can mention names all day, you know what I'm saying? Them names are gone. You will not get that level of player no more. These new generation of football players, they are running machines with a hint of class on them. They could do probably a few tricks or whatever. But all in all, they're all running machines. The skill factor of football has gone because skill players are very, I would say, dangerous for a team that wants to win, because sometimes that skill level sort of don't come into the game. So you're just like a passenger, that skillful player. And if you've got too many of them in your team, what's going to happen is the other team's going to overrun you because they've got 10 guys who can run all day. And that's what football's become now. And that's why I was saying quality-wise, manager, look, we got Arne Slot in. Come on, man. We had Jurgen Klopp, one of the greatest managers of football of all time. Then we got Arne Slot in. So that shows me the level of football where it's at now. Definitely more money in the game, but quality-wise, both gone downhill. Managers and players. Yeah. Ugarte, come on. Ugarte was at PSG. If he was that good, he would end up staying there. You know, what's he going to do at Man United? He's going to get paid and go bloody home, isn't he? He ain't going to do nothing there.
No, nothing.
Yusuf says we've got a better team than the likes of Chelsea, Spurs, Newcastle and Man U. If we don't finish third, fourth, then is this manager really good enough?
It's not him.
But again, Yusuf, they're strengthening. They are strengthening these teams. Chelsea, they're strengthening. Spurs are strengthening. Even Newcastle can't strengthen, unfortunately. But aren't we lucky on that? But Man United have. They're bringing top quality players. So, you know, if it doesn't concern anybody, and that's Steve Evans, you know, my mate, we are the Yanks' cash cow. Get your heads around that. Of course we are.
Can I be honest with you, Frank? Can I be honest with you guys? Like, you know, the issue the Premier League is having? I don't think anyone studied the Premier League, you know. I don't think anyone is focused on the Premier League properly. Not just Liverpool. I'm talking about outside Liverpool as well. If you look at the Premier League right now, there's about 13 to 12 teams that's owned by Americans. So what happens when you own by, you know, the majority? When there's votes coming up like Super League or anything like that, who wins? The majority. So what they did after that Super League, you know, crap that just passed away, they bought more of the clubs. This is what I'm saying. Don't be surprised if, you know, Todd Bowley and, you know, FSG work together with this Caicedo thing. We're not going to buy him, you know, but we want to be part of the transfer, pretending we're going to spend, you know, 111 million. You know, we're all together in this. Don't be surprised. This can listen, Americans, business people, you know, rich people, they could manipulate you in any way they want. And that can happen, mate. Like I said, check out the Premier League. 12 to 13 teams is owned by Americans. And what's going to happen in the future? They're going to win their votes. They're going to bring in, you know, this all-star games and all this stuff, you know, after that as well. Watch. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to come back on the stream one day and tell you, I told you guys, this is what their plan is to take over the world. That's what they do. And that's what they're going to do eventually. Watch.
That's what I mean, Foss. You've got to look at these owners of Arsenal. For years and years and years, these owners of Arsenal cried out for signings for years. And all of a sudden, in the last 4 years, they spend £700 million. They are taking.
But that's going to end eventually. They're going to wait for a while again, and they're going to, you know, do things like that. That's what they do. This is what they do. They're businessmen. You know what I mean? They're all working together. Listen, I'm convinced now. The amount of clubs that's been bought in the Premier League by American ownership, there's a plan in place. I've got no doubt about it. And I'll come back. I'll come back on here and I'll tell everyone. I told you so. Please clip this as well.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I agree with you, Fozzie. I knew that a long.
Don't forget
time
Leeds.
ago.
Leeds as well. Leeds is owned by Americans. Are we forgetting that too? The other division.
But JK said that ages and ages ago. He said,
Did you, JK? I didn't know. Sorry, mate.
But I'll tell you what will come around again. This European Super League.
For sure.
It's coming. There's no doubt about that. Look at the way the Premier League is going. Let me say something, Frank, please.
Yeah.
Watch what's going to happen with the Man City thing. If they win, I think everybody's going to boycott the Premier League. That's number one. And then, you know, the Super Leagues and all that, you know, those corrupt things are going to come. Either way, basically. Either way, if they win or lose, something might happen in regards to Super League. Because, you know, number one, if they win, I think all the Premier League teams are going to say enough is enough. Why is Everton getting charged in Northern Forest, but Man City get away with it? If they lose, a lot of people are going to say, all these years you've been watching this Premier League, why did it take a hacker to find out the corruption by Man City? You know what I mean? It took a hacker. So if that hacker didn't find out what happened with Man City, where would we be? Still corruption would be happening, shouldn't it? There you go, people. Like, there's a lot of corruption happening that people don't know about, man.
The same guy who hacked Frank's Facebook.
Yeah.
Did you get it back? I hope you got it back, Frank.
No, what has happened? Strange. Jason got me on, you know, a new account.
Yeah.
So I went on my new account, through a couple of, said I'm back. And I said, you know, watch out for these hackers and bang, 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 bang. You know, this is what I was saying. And I've lost everything. I've lost photographs. I've lost memories. I've lost everything. And I think I've been hacked again.
Frank, can't you like speak to Facebook about it? Like, is there a way we could? I'll look from my side if I could do something.
It is useless as anything. It's like Instagram. I don't use Instagram, and that's how I was hacked through them.
Wow.
I was hacked through them. And but anyway, you know, I'll have to let Jason sort. I can't. I'm useless. And,
all those years, all those pictures. Wow.
Yeah, you know, how about this? This is the Anfield Road. Going through midfield within our squad, and I found us very full of number 8s, but lacking a tough tackling, solid performer from Endo. It is a major sore point for me and a necessity. And you know, and Steve says Rick Parry advised Morris to go with the Yanks. He had to, or he'd be out of a job, as I mentioned before. The Anfield, I hope we're working hard on this like user said. I hope we're working hard on this like user said. Users having a holiday.
He's worked so hard. Yeah, he needs a break.
Very hard on the beach.
He's flat out at Liverpool at the moment.
FSG know to manipulate the media as well, especially around the transfers, and sometimes it works to our benefit, says IBR Stella. Yes, it's like, do you know that Irish lad? What's his name? Mark, whatever is it?
Craig.
Mark. Craig, that Craig lad. And he for 18 months, he was saying, Bellingham's coming. And I used to just comment saying, no, he's not. Take notice of him, he's coming. He has egg all over his face. And he said nothing when he was questioned. And he just told them all to fuck off, didn't he?
Yeah, got rid of him. He said, I bet in my house on it and everything, he said.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Yeah, he still got his house.
That's super chats.
Yeah. To be honest, we're never getting bought. That boat sailed a long time ago. FSG will demand an extortionate amount. As I said, and as Steve Evans said, they're making a hell of a lot of money out of us to help other franchises. That's why they don't invest. It's as simple as that.
And people say, "Oh, we spent what we earned." Yeah, where's the money we earned, man? Where is it?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So to spend the money we earn, we have to sell somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? Does that make sense? Well, let's sell him then. See how much you get and buy him then. If you want him. Yeah. Tottenham owner Levi is a great fan of Spurs. I would love to have an owner like him, says Mark Simons. But the likes of, look, I tell you who John Henry's a great fan of, and I'm going to shock you here. He's the biggest fan of Wall Street. That's who he supports. Wall Street.
Goodness me.
And Youssef says, Mark Simons, what? He's probably the worst owner in the Prem.
Yeah, I agree, to be fair.
Youssef says, Spurs fans hate him with a passion. And but Mark comes back and says, but he loves his club, Youssef. Love these arguments. And Ale says, what's there positive to be about at the moment? Exactly, Ale, exactly. There's nothing. There's absolutely, this is why we're here tonight. This is why, we're passionate supporters. We love the club. There's the Foz. He's going over to New York.
Don't know where I got the money from, but I'm going, guys. Yeah.
He's coming back and then he's going to go to Anfield.
2 days later, no rest for me. Jet lagged, driving up the motorway.
Yeah. Foz had to go in all the streets and sing and bars for that. Right?
Exactly. That's true. It's a mess, man.
Says, I can't even defend Liverpool against rival fans. And that's the sad thing.
Spot on, Frank.
And LRFC says...
That's me.
Is that you?
Yeah. When you was going for tea, I tried to get the algorithm up for you. Telling people to like and subscribe.
I was going to say
that. Dan's is gone.
And I've got a lazy on there. What?
Frank, Jayden Dan's is gone.
Plymouth, innit? Plymouth,
Jayden Dan's gone on a 6-month loan deal.
You're joking?
No. Plymouth. With Wayne Rooney.
Jesus. I like that kid.
What a shame.
And as the LRFC says, guys, please get the algorithm up. Yes, thank you.
It does, guys. If you like, it exposes the channel to everybody. So please.
Yeah, well, that's it. I always forget to say,
no problem, Frank.
And even share. I never said share. Never said that in my life. And I've never, I very rarely say as well, please subscribe. It costs nothing.
Free.
Villa getting Yao Felix, apparently, says Yusa. How do these clubs have more ambition than us?
Yeah.
Jeez. What rival fans say does not bother me. Our lack of ambition is what bothers me, says Ale.
Couldn't say any better. Couldn't say any better.
And Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Never seen you before, sweetheart. Oh, and you're allowed to say sweetheart anymore, with all this wokeism.
We've got to be careful, people. Got to be careful.
I know. And do you know when I was doing this, new account? It's all this, him and him and me. I forget what it said. He and him. That's how I come under. He and him. And I'm going, that's all these things. Oh, well.
Crazy.
The kids are all right. We got good young ones coming up. Don't panic, people.
Just got rid of one.
And that's a talented one as well. Very talented.
Lisa, I love that young dance. I love them. I thought he was fantastic. I only said the other night on the last pod, I hope he gets more minutes this season. I hope Sloot gives him more minutes. That's what I said. Yeah. He's gone. He's gone.
He's got the potential, that kid, Frank. He's got potential. High ceiling potential, man. I've got no doubt about that.
Yeah, I say that. I'll go along 100% with that. High ceiling. Yes, I think Arn will slot him in, says Lisa. The hell of that, Hey, slot the kids in.
Slot him in.
Yeah. The League Cup final we won with our kids, says Lisa. Yes. And have some faith. We've always got faith, sweetheart. We've always got faith. Believe us, Lisa. I know you've only joined us because I've never seen you before. And it's great to have you on. It really is great to see you. And we always have faith. We get behind the team, no matter who's in charge. Whether it's Hodgson, Rodgers, Klopp, Shankly, Paisley, Fagan, Kenny, Rafa, any of them. We get behind. Did
you say Hodgson, Frank? Oh.
Yeah, I have seen those.
I remember those days when I used to get tickets on a regular for that. That's the only time I used to get tickets on a regular. Oh, man. Those times, fans were fighting in the stands, guys. They were actually fighting because they hated what they were watching. I've never seen Anfield like that, ever. It was just weird. Man, poor Roy. Poor Roy, sorry, Roy. That's what we used to call him, innit?
When he brought that Konchelsky in and Joe Cole, I just shook my head. I said, we're Liverpool Football Club. We are Liverpool Football Club. And he's brought them in. 5 times European champions. That was me. And we're bringing him in, Konchelsky and Joe Cole. I said, why would Chelsea get rid of a good player, especially to us?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Remember Konchesky's mum having a go at Liverpool fans?
Stop picking on me, lads, will you?
That's crazy.
So when you're picking on my lad, stop it. He's nice to his mum. Me. Not piss off. And Ali says, reality is not negativity.
Spot on.
It's spot on.
I like
That's
that.
why the world is so messed up, because you tell people the truth, they think, "Oh, you're negative, aren't you?" we're getting taxed. We're getting taxed too much. Like they're taking half of your paycheck or even more.
Forget
You're
about half, it's
negative.
more, mate. I mean, sometimes I look at my pay slip thinking like, you know,
It's
am I
more.
getting the right payment? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a joke, man.
It's a joke. But you're negative if you say that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Ian Mack, just seeing the interview by Curtis Jones in the USA, said training is different, intense, but the squad are enjoying working with. But he's not going to turn around and say we're not enjoying it. Come on, Ian. He said slot style of play will suit the players here.
What do you
Bless
guys
up,
think
Ian.
about that, the style of play? What he said in the interview, like, what he said was, if I have to change it during the game, I will. He's not going to play the same formation all the time, just to accommodate the game. If it's not going, you know, the right way, he'll change the formation somehow. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, he's a bit more defensive minded than Jurgen, isn't he? Really, what I've been looking at in training games, more defensive, likes more hype. Yeah, not bad, but I don't know. Until we see the real thing the first day of the season, I can't really judge it, to be honest.
But when you look at Jurgen was defensively minded, you know. He got the best goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah.
He got the best centre half in the world.
Yeah.
Robertson was unbelievable at his peak. At his peak.
My God.
You know, Trent at his peak. And the likes of either side of him, when he brought in that Conate, unbelievable, the lad. So he had two great centre halves, two great full-backs, and the best goalkeeper in the world. That's what you call ambition in the defence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's as simple as that. And we did have great seasons with him because we had a midfield that protected the back and fed the forwards. So, you know, you can't just say, Arnie's more thing in the defence. Let him strengthen the defence. Let him strengthen the midfield. We don't need the forward strengthening because we've already got them in place. Would you agree with that, Lance?
Yeah, well, he's obviously going to be relying on Darwin Núñez more now. He's let Dan's go for 6 months. That's my only bad concern.
Darwin Núñez.
On a positive note, they painted the goalpost.
No, but for me, like the slot thing, he has to come in and show us Liverpool fans why we need to accept him at our club. You know, he's coming with a fresh blank piece of paper. You know, like when you was at school and the first year there was a PE teacher and everyone knew him. You know, he's been here for years. Then the next year he's still there. The year after he's still there, and you think, yeah, man, this guy's the greatest PE teacher ever. Then in the final year, a new guy comes in. He's a new PE teacher, and everyone's like, "Ooh, I don't like him. He don't like football that much. He only likes cricket, or he only likes swimming. He don't like gymnastics." It's like that. It's the same sort of situation, you know. And I think Slot has been sort of dealt a deal where he can't really complain about signings because, like, he's no big name. He's not Ancelotti. He's not Klopp. He ain't Pep Guardiola.
Nope.
Hence why he'd be happy with what he's getting for the first season at least. That's why. For me, there won't be a lot of new signings because they're not going to give it to Slot because they're going to think, you know what, there it is. That's the squad. Deal with it. That's what we're paying you for.
That's true, man.
You can't even argue with that.
You can't.
And Ali Nusa, Romanian lads, he says every big club is buying players, good players. We struggle to pay 50 million for an average player. FSG's attorneys can't take any criticism of their clients, says the captain Sal.
Well, as soon as they got a criticism from their baseball team, didn't they go and, you know, pay a player about 300 million? So, I mean, they react when the fan base, you know, starts, you know, getting angry. That's what I've noticed about FSG, to be fair, guys. This is why we're trying to drive this, start spending thing, man. Nobody's asking for £100 million player. We're just asking for a little ambition, even if it's a 30 million, 40 million pound player. We just need, the spine of the team to get back to what it used to be. I don't want to be a team like just full of individuals. I want a team that actually can compete together, fight together, get what we used to do before. What I liked about the team that we had in the past, there was not one standout player. Everybody played their part, and that's what we miss.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
Exactly.
That's a very, very good point. But you also get the fans who are wanting to get rid of Mo Salah. Mo Salah's broken a record every season.
Yeah.
He's the first player to score 20 goals or more in every competition. What was that then?
Our new signing.
That was a trick. It was like a rabbit out of the hat.
that was our new DM. Pussy galore.
Yes, Daryl. Oh, that's the greatest trick I've ever seen in my life. Oh, man.
Richard Hughes, we love
Forget
you.
about America. I'm not going to America. I'm staying here now, man.
Let's go.
Guys, I'm going to go in about 20 minutes if it's okay with you. I need to get ready in it. I need to go get something to eat to get ready for the USA trip. If it's okay with you, Frank. Yeah.
Just been great to see you. You're such a wonderful person.
We love our
thank
football.
you.
And the Yusuf is our fans have Edward's bed sheets and pictures of him on the bedroom wall.
Yeah, he's replaced the This Is
The comedy is here now, yes.
And I've been told to go support Everton. And Ian Max says, don't do it, Yusuf. They mentioned the watch yesterday, Walker. That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Steve Evans, don't get me started on that, Steve.
Oh, this comment, man.
It's not even finished.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Brentford's at home on the 25th. It's not even finished. It won't be finished.
It's a joke, that. I was there when they opened it, Frank. I was there when they opened the damn stand. I thought like they'd be getting finished in the next couple of months, and they still haven't done it.
Exactly. See, look, I always remember our kids. They were doing this. I don't know. They were doing this building, and he said, "There's only 6 of us working on." I said, "What do you mean 6 of us?" I said, "I thought you had 30 of the lads there." He said, "No." He said they've all been sacked, and they were looking to do the job. And this is what's happening at Anfield. It's what you call underemployment. There should have been ants on there. As soon as that Buckingham went and they had to bring someone in, I thought it would have been full of ants. Workers I'm talking about, to get the job done. They're still doing the bloody roof. I just can't believe it.
What about the concourse, Frank? Have they done the concourse inside?
Yeah, well, the point is, they're digging up on the outside. They keep digging it up. I don't know what's down there. There might be a few Evertonians trying to get in there. Or Manchester United fans. I just don't know, sneaking in. They keep digging it up. They keep digging it up. I go mad, I'm being honest. I go mad. And as Charlie said, we got Arthur Mello. Did
he play? It's just to shut the fans up. That's what they got him for. He was asking for a midfielder, and Alpha Mello walks through the door. And never plays. Great FSG. Thank you. Goodness gracious me, man.
And Yusuf's answering here, man. There's more chance of me dating Margot Robbie than me supporting Everton. Yeah, the Captain Cell says the FSG fraudsters can't con me like many of their followers. I've been on to them since after the Champions League win. We've been on to them since before then.
Yeah, me and Frank as well, yeah.
We've been on to it, honestly. We really have. see, you've got to capitalise on something, everything. I'm going to go back to Bob Paisley. Bob Paisley, when he took over.
Yeah.
And when he won he won the league and whatever. Then he won the European Cup, but he capitalised. He capitalised every season. He brought in 2 players and 2 top quality players at that. And that's what you do. You strengthen. If there's any weakness or you see weakness in a certain area, like we do now, I'm not being funny against Robertson. I see a weakness at left back.
Yeah.
I see a weakness at a left centre back.
Yeah.
The biggest weakness is a defensive midfielder. That's where the biggest that's where the biggest priority lies with me and many, many others. Like everybody on this panel.
Yeah.
Everybody on the chat. No, but it's right, isn't it?
100%, Frank.
You can't just go on about. I'm not saying. Go on.
You know what it is, Frank? It doesn't even. With this, guys, what you need to understand as well. Like, it doesn't stem from the Klopp era. It goes all the way with Brendan Rodgers. That season, we was challenging. We was conceding goals left, right, and centre, and we needed a centre back, a solid centre back in January, because we was like, if we got a solid centre back, we probably could have kept those goals away. I think we conceded something like 50 goals that season, Daryl Wright and JK, and the Brendan Rodgers and Frank.
Yeah.
If we bought the right player, like we always say, when you're on top, when you're challenging, when the next transfer window opens, strengthen, just to get us over the line, and they didn't do that. Listen, and the Brendan Rodgers, they didn't do it, and under Klopp, they didn't do it. This is a long time. This is like over 10 years, over 11 years. This is 12 years actually. So it's not a new thing, guys. What we're saying, it's years of us as fans, the best fans in the world, being patient again and again, to the point. There is a time in life, even if you talk about your real life, you will lose it. You know what I mean? If something like that happens to you, if someone keeps messing up with your life on a regular basis, how many stories can you take? We keep getting stories again and again and again, to the point it goes over the limit. Like we can't keep accepting this, because it will happen again. We're gonna be here next year, guys, talking about the same thing as I always say.
I'm not being funny, but I've got a great friend, like Steve Evans, and he's always said every year, we're saying the same thing over and over and over again. That's what he said. Yeah. And he's right. We do. We say the same things, and we will be like. I just can't wait for the end of the season.
Well, this is why you get a lot of different pods as well, Frank, saying why are us Liverpool fans losing our head? It's time to talk. Why are we losing our head? Why? Because we're fed up with it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of our fan base is split on it, and I don't get why. Why?
Probably clickbait, isn't it? That's what it is. Maybe these people that support it. I don't care. I'll say how it is. I'm not afraid of it, to say it. They want to do the opposite to reality, if you know what I mean, guys. So when you do the opposite, you get more followers, you get more fans, you get people, be the enemy towards you, just to watch you and all that stuff. That's why people do it. That's the whole point. I mean, they don't like reality. Look at the real channels. If you look at the real channels on YouTube, the people that tell the truth, they get the less views because we're telling the truth. But the other ones who get the views, the ones who just tell a lie and trying to do the opposite. It's clickbait. That's what it is, mate. I'm being serious, guys. That's how I've been in YouTube for a while. That's how I see it, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Norman there. I haven't seen him. I hope he's been all right. I hope he hasn't been ill.
Oh yeah, sorry, Frank. Norman sent me a message to tell me to message you and say he's been trying to get hold of you, but obviously Facebook. But he hopes you're all well. He told me to tell you.
Oh, that's nice. But has anything been wrong with him, because he hasn't been on at all?
No, he said he's fine. He's just been a bit busy.
Oh, okay.
Alright, guys, I gotta go because the wife is not happy with me. So
I
apologize. Honestly, I apologize. I should have stayed obviously today.
Oh no, boss. The link's always there for you. Anyway,
I appreciate you guys, man. I like all of you guys. You know what I mean? I love being on here as well. If like I said, Frank, if I had the time before, I would have come on every day. I apologize for that. You think I was? You thought like I was avoiding? Listen, it's just timing. It's just timing. Let me tell you guys what I do here. I do 12 hours a day, days and nights, and you know I get less sleep. I don't get a lot of sleep. So sometimes I could be in a stream and my head is not even in the stream. It's like just disappearing, and I'll come out with some weird words. So I want to be fresh for you guys when I come on, and I'll be all right, you know, to talk. That's the whole point. I try to avoid things like that. That's the only thing.
Have a good trip. Have a good trip, man.
Well, it's there for you. The link all the time, and any time, you know. Even if you're late coming on or whatever, you know, you feel like coming on, just come on. That's it.
Frank, I gotta meet you, mate. I gotta meet you soon, so you know what I mean. We gotta meet up.
I'll give you my address because you're coming up, aren't you? So
I'm coming up a few times next season. I've got a lot of tickets this time, so hopefully I could get a lot of tickets. You know, so I could get people coming with me as well. Yeah, definitely, Daryl. Definitely, mate. Yeah, I like you guys. Why not, man? Why not? Let's go together. Why not, man?
After I'm saying I'd love you saying that.
Take care, guys. Yeah.
Take care, bro.
Take it easy. Ta-ra, mate. Thank you. Okay. Isn't he a lovely fella, Liv?
Yeah, top boy.
Yeah, top lad, Fozzie.
Norman. Oh, it's great to see you, mate. Great to see you there. Right, okay.
I forgot to tell you, Frankie sent me a message to tell you.
Well, you're hopeless then, aren't you?
Yeah.
Blimey. McAllister going to Villa and Dom off to Ipswich. Stop it. Because even if Frank and everyone, FSG only cares about the top four, they don't care about trophies. We are Liverpool, the most successful club in England. If you don't care about winning, get out.
Yeah, well said.
Says the Scottish Bear. And that is one hell of a comment. And Norman says, the real facts are that in general, we are being told to be positive, which we are because we are Liverpool. I don't trust FSG and I don't trust their reasons for doing things. In a nutshell. Brian, hey Frank, next week I'm running out of hope of any show of ambition from this club. Another season of late buys who won't be ready until October. More points dropped early in the season, but just enough to still make top four. That's not coincidence. That is the ambition.
Yeah.
And, you know, Brian's a very good friend of mine, and he's an American. And he doesn't like the owners because he knows all about them rather than what we know of them. Thank you, Brian, for that. I don't need anyone to tell me about being positive supporting Liverpool. We are on here seeing it all. We want ambition, not oil money. All we ask is to enhance what we have, not much to ask. Exactly. And Charlie Wood says, our PE teacher was like Brian Glover in Kes. Brian Glover, something else, wasn't he? Loved him as an actor. John Rooney. It was reported that Tans has gone on loan to Plymouth. Can't find anything anywhere.
David Lynch said it, and a lot of other Ornstein. He's definitely going, mate. Definitely.
So he is going. Is he in America with the lads?
No, he's not. That's why. They said apparently he was injured, but he's not. He's going to Plymouth.
No, yeah. So that's why.
Yeah.
Ali Noose. We don't need 10 great players. We need 3 to 4. Salah will leave. after what Enzo said, I am 100% sure we need a big player to replace him. And I wanted that lad from Napoli, that right winger. He's unbelievable. Fellow with the unspeakable name. Yeah, on him. Whatever his name is. Young Cavies lad. All right, now, all right. Don't believe this. Ian Mack. All right, Norman lad. Where have you been? Scouting for a new DM. Yeah, see. Frank, when is K-Mac coming back home? Jesus. Stop it, you. Stop it. Anfield's Uncle Rods. Frankie boy, how are you? I am Anfield's Uncle Rods. I'm okay. All the better for you coming on. K-Mac is FSG's biggest attorney. Hates fans criticising them. Says Captain Sam. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Uncle Rod says, I also would have liked to collab on my bro. Also, I would love to collab on my bro. What does that mean? Any idea? Collaborate. Also, I'd love to collaborate on my bro.
Oh, Frank, I was just thinking something.
What?
Are you sure it wasn't K-Mac who broke JK's arm?
That's the Scottish man says K-Mac Edmonds.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Yes, lads, aren't they? I love our lads. I love them, honestly. Oh, that's lovely. Paul Turner says, Captain Sal, tell me about it. He threw a tantrum, stormed off the show last week. Says Paul Turner.
That's not dying down, is it?
Yeah. There's a nice little comment there. It's not much, but you can't sit still. You go backwards. If you sit still, you do go backwards. It's as simple as that. The Scottish Bear. FSG were warned about Buckingham Group before they start. Scottish Bear, I said it. I said it as well. They already were in financial difficulty. I said it. I said what I mentioned about the due diligence. And I don't know. I think K-Mac said it's not up to FSG with the due diligence. I said, well, who's it up to? I said, they're the owners. I said, if I wanted a roof fixed in my place, it's up to me to get it fixed, and up to me to get the best fellas in to do it. I just don't understand. I think everything's getting blamed on Klopp, even the Anfield Road it, because it's not finished. I just don't know anymore. But I warned them as well, Scottish Bear. I said, what are we getting these people in for? Because they're struggling to finish off Craven Cottage. And it looks like they're going into administration. They go for the cheapest. They went for that Carlyle once. And they were going into administration. I said, even then, that was to make the main stand, to build a main stand. I said, why are they going after them? And they just finished it in time. Then they went bust. Because they were building a hospital up here. And that's only opens up now. So they go after the cheapest options. That's what it is. It's like anyone else. When you want something to, this is what, if there's anyone out there, can you help me? I need help. I've got a wardrobe there. And at the base is done, I can't lift anything heavy. The base is done. I need the back, the two sides, and the front just put on, and the top going over it.
Norman's your
And
man.
I can't lift anything. I'm not allowed to.
Norman's your man, Frank.
What?
Norman's your man.
Yeah. But he doesn't live in Liverpool. I need this done ASAP. You want to see me going to bed? I'm gonna be towing everything because it's in an awkward place.
What about Ben? What about Ben or anyone? Can't they coming out here?
Who?
Your Ben and anyone like that coming out here?
He works. That's all that I get told of his mother. He works. Why hasn't he been down? He works. Why doesn't he come and see me? He works. Why doesn't he text me? He works.
Don't work 24 hours a day.
Precisely. How are you, Grandad? How are you, Grandad? Yeah. 4 words. He works. Well, no, he's got no chance of coming down. I love him. I love our Ben. He wants to be, is it a UFC fighter?
UFC, yeah.
Anyway. Norman, Fosey, Terrell, One Arm Man, JK. Hope you're all well.
Right, no.
Off topic, says Nick Fadley. Don't get mad. Would you rather play for PSG, Inter, or Atletico Inter? I'm a big Inter fan.
Inter, yeah.
I'll play for Atletico there. Yeah.
So that's me, Nick. That's me. I support the Azori as well, Nick.
Yeah,
I've always, only through my family, like. Only through my family. I wanted Steve Evans to come on tonight, and he's messaging and putting us up on there as well. He must have had a baby or something. Because I won't allow anyone on with drink down them.
Or he's at a gig.
Oh, my mates are, do you know what? Steve just said, I won't be on next week. I'll be in Berlin. And when he said he'd be in Berlin, I said to our friends here, I said, he must be going, because what we were talking about was pre-season. And right at the moment, I thought, we must have got a game over there. A last-minute game. Anyway, I said to Francine, I'll pay for you to go to Berlin if you want. She said, Dad, there's no matches in Berlin. And I went, oh, okay then. She said, but give me the money, I'll go over. I said, no, I won't. Only if they're into playing. And Norman, what I do question is Slot and Hughes. I've known for months they were coming to. We've mentioned all that. They have had them months to watch and research what we need to enhance this team. And he says it as well. Norman says it, the defensive mid. Well, you heard him today saying, it's up to you. And when someone asked him, have you been watching the opposition? And what was his answer to that? Oh, dear. We don't call for owners to go on air, but we do question them. And we have every right to, absolutely. Absolutely. Didn't they have trouble with the main stand as well, Carlyle? Yeah, it is, Ian. That's what I said before. It then went bust. Buckingham had to step in to finish it. Nothing seems to run smoothly. No, they get the cheapest in. Instead of getting a reputable firm in, that's well known, and just get the job done. Now we're still paying, and it's not going to be finished. £8. 8 francs. Ian, we're a club that has a mixture of great luck and terrible luck. How about that for a juxtaposition? Great luck and great bad luck. That's a cracker, that. That's a cracker, I love that. Some great comments tonight, boys.
Yep.
And you are right, says Ali. People love to be manipulated because they are used to it. And Paul says to that to the foes. So if like Slot says today, he's looking at youngsters at a club before recruiting them, why is he allowing dance to go on? A player he is not seen. That's never even thought of that myself, to be honest. Ian Mack, they must know they need to strengthen Norman. Hopefully, they have a lot of deals in the pipeline for some decent players. If not, we are in trouble.
Well, there needs to be.
But as one of the lads said, who's out there that's better than? Because they're all being sold. All the better players are being sold.
Yeah.
Did you notice last season? Not against Endo, but we waited and waited and waited, and we ended up with him for what, 15 million?
Yeah.
Can you see the pattern?
Yeah.
There's a pattern there.
Yeah. Could have had Andre, we could have had Polina. Yeah. Endless list.
Tony77 says, reportedly, we inquired after Alonso, Amarim, Elise, Calafiori, Toro, Gordon. The question arises, is Edwards' mate Hughes failing?
Probably, because do you know what we could have Anthony Gordon tomorrow if we wanted him, because he wants to come to Liverpool. That's a fact.
What was that, Jay?
Yeah. Just like he wants to come to Liverpool, but the thing is, it's the fee that's the problem. We are nowhere near paying that fee for him, especially letting him go for free back in the days, you know.
Mm.
And I think that Calafiori, he's going to Arsenal. Elise, he's gone to Bayern.
Yeah.
So Yoro, he's gone to United. But I wouldn't really want to be paying that fee for a 18-year-old and that wages. No chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my gripe is, JK, we wouldn't pay that fee on no chance, but we've wasted all summer on him.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, Uncle Rod says, Fosey is my bro. I'm sorry there. I couldn't understand. So you were talking to Fose. He's a cracker, lads, you tell him. Rods, you tell him. Didn't the guy who shall not be named, may as well call him Voldemort from now on, come here and tell us not to worry because Amarim's coming. Yeah. Yep, he did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know you're about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's coming.
Yeah.
He said there's traffic. He said he can't make it yet.
Oh, yeah. YouTube keeps on subbing from you, Frank, and taking your likes. I know, mate. I know. And I don't know why they do it. I should have, not being funny, but more than double than what I've got now. And, you know, people subscribe, they like, and it's just static. My subscriptions are static. They're just there. And I think it's shocking. And I think I'm nice.
I was going to say, I think a lot of people are going for you on social media, Frank.
Oh, yeah. Like hackers.
Yeah.
YouTube, yeah, that's it. Brian is right. Unfortunately, says 8 francs. That's what Brian Fennell said there before. Bob Paddock. Norman. Board needs to sort current players' deals and then decide on incomings. That's why we're slow. But JK, you know, that's a good comment. They're currently scratching their heads over current deals. That's why they're a bit, that's why they're a bit late coming to the table to buy players. Would you agree with that? I'm just putting the question a different way. Has JK gone home? Yeah, he's not there.
Do you want me to answer it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I see that in a different way, personally, because there's no way we should have been in this predicament with having these players on 12 months of their contract left now. We never should have been in that place. At the end of the day, you've got players now, obviously like Trent, who's demanding 300k a week when that could never happen. We could have tied him down to 200 grand a week last year. You got Virgil, could have been on a little bit better money, but not too much of a rise. And then you've got Mo now, who's obviously going to kick his heels in and not sign a new deal and take 100 million sign-on bonus fee. So that ship's there with Mo, I think.
Yeah, I know what Bob's saying.
Should have been in that place.
I think he's. I think. Just let me go down a bit. Just let me go down. We have 6 forwards without Downs. How many do you want? Bob, listen, he's a youngster. You shouldn't care about how many. We could have 28,000 there forwards. He's a youngster. I wanted to give him minutes this season. He's one of our brighter prospects.
Yeah.
So, to come out and say that, how many forwards do you need? He's a youngster. He plays for the under-18s, but he's being promoted to the under-21s. That's where. And then just the odd games in the likes of the Caribou Cup, bring him in, play him, give him the minutes in the first team. So it's not a matter of how many forwards. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would.
Would you agree with Bob says?
Yeah, I would, because you got, obviously, Dandy's got more potential than Darwin Núñez and Diaz anyway. Definitely.
There you go. Ian Max says, I reckon we need 4 players, centre-back, a left-back, and a defensive mid, and a striker to challenge Darwin, Jota. Can Jota stay fit? Diaz doesn't score enough, so that leaves Darwin, / Mo, to weigh in. If Downs goes, well, we are short.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Bob is answering there. We have 6 forwards without Downs. How many do you want?
Yeah.
It's a fine comment. I'm not having a go.
Yeah.
But it makes no difference. He's a youngster. I would have kept him here. That's me. That's my opinion. And a lot of others as well, by the way.
Yeah.
If they seen that.
It's a good comment. It's a good comment by Bob, but the response from Ian, I think, was spot on, to be honest with you.
Yeah, of course. It is a good comment. This is what it's all about. It's all about opinions and asking questions, and that's it.
Yeah.
Hey Frank, did you like a picture like Patty Duke acted? I watched a great film with her teaching a blind girl to communicate. Brilliant film. Yeah, it was a true story. That was years old, that though. Patty Duke was a very good actor. Very good. I think she's dead now. But it was a true story, that deaf and blind she was. She wasn't just like blind. I forget the name. True story. Forget her name, Norman. Kvara is a left winger, or who knows, maybe we can use him as a right winger, or that guy, Kubo. I don't want Kubo. I think Kubo will turn out like another Minamino.
Yeah, I don't want him.
That's just.
He got dropped. He got dropped from the Japan national team as well.
Did he? Oh,
Yeah.
well, if he goes for about 20 million, you can guarantee we'll get him. My channel, sorry, says Anfield's Uncle Rhodes. Oh. My channel. The Miracle Worker. Yes. What has K-Mac done? Well, you'll have to have a look. I'm not going through it. You should have been looking anyway. Should have been tuning into the pod. And you better subscribe again, because if you leave, like the unsubscribe, you're not me. Get over here tomorrow to put my wardrobe together. Bring your tools.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what my bloody nose? I've got this bloody condition. It itches my nose.
Oh, my hay fever's been playing up, Frank. Somewhat chronic.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, Paul Turner was answering him there, you know, about K-Mac. Was a smart ass last week because he didn't agree with our comments on FSG. He then spat the dummy out with a tantrum, then stormed off the show.
Yeah.
You're being answered, Norman, mate. And that's nice, isn't it? You know. Nice to hear from you again. That's nice.
Is George all right, Frank?
What?
Is George all right?
Don't know. Could be away. I don't know.
JK's back.
Oh, there's Mesa. They're in the household. You don't have a game with that fella.
JK's getting told off.
Scottish Fair. I'll have to take him off a minute. That Calafiori would have been perfect for us. I wanted him, Frank. A left-footed quality defender, says the Scottish Bear.
Yeah.
If he goes somewhere else, then you know that we're going to end up with. It's like, I'll try and give you an example. May I give you an example? Let's see. Right. I've got a book on Charles Dickens, right? Right. And it's about when he was, I love Dickens, by the way. That's what I got all my qualifications in. Him and the Shakespeare. So, you know, reading that, fantastic. And then you pick up another book, like this thing. Cold Comfort Farm. Now I have to do this because I've got an English literature class. And it's killing me to read it. It's woeful. And I mean woeful. And shocking. Anyway, that's what that's all about. It goes back, right back to when FSG sold Pep because we were paying too much in wages. It does, but if you want the best player, if you want a best player, you get them now. But you don't go until it's like anything, reading a book. And if that book's gone, you've got to, and you want to read, you pick up the worst book that's left on the shelf.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the only decent analogy I can give. Ali says, look at time for JK, sponge back. That's why he's quiet.
Oh, there he is.
Finish the sponge up.
He's finished the sponge back. Brilliant.
Shall have a duck in there.
The North Red. When I think of Kevin Keegan's story being nervous to ask Shanks for £35 instead of 30, and you hear these modern day fees, yeah.
True.
And Keegan was one of the greats. Jesus. What's a cracker that? Norman, what I meant was that Slot contradicted himself, saying he is looking at youngsters first before signings, then allows Jans to go on loan. No, we knew what you meant.
How you are, Norman?
I would have kept Jan, says Paul. I think he should have had a run at the end of last season when he went in the race for the league, when we went in for the race for the league. Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah, spirits were high. Yeah.
When Zans broke in the first team, says the Scottish Bear, he should have had a longer run, especially at the end of the season when the strikers were struggling. He looks a real threat. Well, that shocked me, when I heard that he's going, to be honest. Shocked me. And here, Mac, yes, some good points tonight from everyone. Forgot to mention, we have Gapco as well, lads, in the mix. But is he the striker we need to get us the goals, or better on the left?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's proved it with Holland. And Steve Evans, K-Mac is a blitz. Remember Rush and Aldridge pushing each other and getting better with each game, says Charlie Wood. Yes. And Steve Evans, I agree, says Paul. Kubo, says the Scottish Bear. I thought that was a film about a dog with rabies. Yeah. Kudo. What was it? Yeah, it was a Kudo, yeah. Cudo.
Yeah.
Kudo. That was horrible, that, wasn't it? The dog was a better actor than the actors. Agreed Scottish Bear about Calafiori. I'm gutted, says Tony, treble 7. You're gutted. I can't see FSG getting away with this again without protest this season, says the North Red.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I don't know anymore. I don't know. I don't know about these protests because you've got this SOS, and they seem to, gather everyone in. But I think they just quieten down and just say nothing. Don't want to talk about the lads. I don't know them. And the Steve Evans is, Steve knows them. I don't know any of them. Gutted about Dance too. Wanted him to get games for us this coming season, says Tony Level 7. So you're with us there, Tony, and with everyone who's mentioned about young Dance. The trouble is, players are just commodities, says Charlie Wood. We're all commodities. Remember when Ian calls us customers?
Hang on. Yeah.
So you're right, mate. Scottish Bear, same Tony, bro. And Charlie Wood. Dan's will be a big name at Plymouth.
Game time,
Yeah. Kudo. Go ahead, Shane.
Now, just saying, like, if he ends up staying at Liverpool, if he's on the bench, he's not going to really get any games. He's going out on loan, so he'll probably start up top for him. You don't know, so we'll have to see.
You see, look, I'm giving a talk. This fella's coming down for me. I'm giving a talk, and to this group of people, phone me up, and he said, "Listen, Frank, I went, yeah, I'll give a talk." He said, "Will you talk? Funny enough, will you talk about Charles Dickens and other?" I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Or would you rather have the proper, truthful story of the 1605 gunpowder plot?" And he went, "What do you mean, the proper, truthful story?" I said, "Well, do you know anything about it? Bonfire night?" And he went, "Yeah, no, loads." I said, "Well, okay, tell me." And he told me. And I went, "You're wrong." He said, "What do you mean I'm wrong?" I said, "Well, would you like me to tell you? Your people." And he went, "Are you serious?" I went, "Yeah." I said, "If you want me to talk about that or Charles Dickens, no problem." And he went, "Talk about that." I said, "Okay." So you see, it's what you get told. It's what you get told. And I've been... Can I show you something? Just bear with me. I'll show you something, what I mean. What I mean, right? See that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, people like today follow a narrative that they want you to believe in. When they write a narrative, they want you to believe it. And people believe it. I'm a historian. And when I've read things and gone into deep research for all my qualifications that I have to go dig deep. It's not like just doing one degree and, you've got a degree. I had to do more, if you know what I mean. And you dig deep and you go, whoa, I didn't know that. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you dig deep into everything. And that's what I do, even with football, even with words. When people come out with words, certain words. And someone gave a great comment before. because you know there was the juxtaposition of being good and bad, and that was it, and we could end up. Norman says that was ridiculous being a Liverpool fan with Irish.
Being Liverpool was a
Irish
joke.
one, yeah, the Irish one, and
Northern Irish, yeah.
Ian.
I think Ian Ayre was the gateway for FSG to get their claws into the Liverpool Football Club. Like, he just sort of smoothed it over with his Scouse sort of accent and blah, 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 you know. He was there early doors when they sort of got into the club. He was always there.
Well, as Ian McCartney said, yeah, of course. We need a couple of signings minimum for just some squad depth and the ability to rotate.
True.
Charlie Wood. Don't believe everything on Facebook, Charles Dickens. Oh, you should have put that in quotation mark. That's fantastic. Don't believe everything. I'm out of Facebook now.
No, Dickens actor.
Do you know what, though? I'm lucky to be on, you know. I'm lucky to be on because only Jason fixed it. But I've been actor again, and I mightn't go back on it. Scottish Bear, it's what suits the agenda and narrative, man. You dig deep and question everything. Like the great American dream, you need to be asleep to believe it, says the Scottish Bear. Absolutely. Should have watched my show last night.
I watched it. Stars in Their Eyes was on last night.
Did you? What do you mean? You watched it? Stars in Your Eyes? Oh yeah, you did, yeah. You mean?
I watched the video as well again. With him doing it.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
Brilliant. He sounds just like Phil Collins. I remember it from years ago when I used to watch.
No, I'm not fucking talking about him and Stars in Your Eyes. I'm talking about the show last night. Jesus Christ.
It was brilliant. It taught me a lot of things.
Oh, did it? That's nice. Stars in Your Eyes. I give up. Anyway, Ian Mac, that being Liverpool was cringeworthy. Rodgers making himself the star of the show. What a tool. I'll tell you a few things about him, but I won't, Ian, mate. Listen, I'm going to end it, boys. I'm going to end it now. Oh, the Scottish Bear. Frankie, I'm going to watch last night's show after this is finished. Sandy. That's Sandy. Yeah, you know, some hard-hitting things about it, you know. Hard-hitting. Some might agree, some might disagree. It depends on what narrative you like to follow.
The truth.
Yeah, just follow the truth. That's
simple
all.
as.
Yeah. And rather than the garbage that you're being fed, or we're being fed, not you personally, but you know, we're all being fed.
Yeah.
And it is garbage. Believe me, people, it's garbage. And Captain Sal. Cheers, Captain Sal, mate. Thank you. Ali Danus. Respects Franco. Hey, grazie mille. Grazie mille. Franco. Great show, Frank. Take care. Hope you take out it. Whether they will or not, I don't know, Paul. I've been looking at ridiculous. Good night, boys. Great show also, says Charlie the Wood.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Charlie. And Paul Turner. Take care, JK. Hope you're on. Oh, that's nice.
Thanks, bro. Very nice words.
Get K-Mac back for that.
Yeah. I don't think he's broke his arm, you know. I think he just wants sympathy.
I sent you the picture, bro.
No, I've got it. No. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I don't like sympathy.
I tell you what, though, do you know when I turn around and says, I need someone to help me with the wardrobe. Do you see them all going here? I'll come over, Frank. Loads of them. I'm really all set now. Yeah, I live in America. Oh, yeah, I'm living in South Africa. I'm living over in there. No one lives in Liverpool. Fingers crossed, Frank, for you. See you at the weekend. Thank you, Paul. And yeah, the weekends we've got the film and TV review. Some great films on there. Some fantastic films on YouTube. I can't believe it. You know, good ones. Better than the new ones that are coming out with that stupid Jason Statham. Anyway, JK, as usual, mate.
Thank you.
Daryl.
It's good to be back.
Is it now? Well, that's good to see you, and it really is. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, boys, and especially to the wonderful chat there. Thank you, chat. Hopefully, I'll see you on Saturday morning, 10:30, with the film, TV review, the weather forecast, football, and how's Auntie Nelly getting on in the wash house? So, you know, everything will be going. Thank you so much. Ciao. See you all. Ciao, Bella.
Bye, people.